I thought you was about to
What's
say
happening,
beatbox.
people? This is the 64th episode of the Chillcast. How you guys doing today?
You love opening up the show like that.
You scared me.
Oh man, this is the perfect icebreaker. This is the perfect way to break the ice. So anyway, what's happening, people? This is the 64th episode of the Chillcast. How you guys doing today? Hope you're having an amazing Friday. Hope you had an amazing week. We have quite a bit to talk about because this was a great week full of video games. But before we get into that, we have a guest, a new guest for the first time on the Chillcast. Everyone, please welcome Mandy Lee Plays.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hi. You might know
What
me
it
from
do?
Twitter or my YouTube, or you don't know me. My name is Mandy Lee, and I play games.
Hey, welcome, Mandy. What you been playing this week?
Astral Chain. But no, I've been playing Astral Chain and Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I need to go back to playing Fire Emblem. That
I'm
game,
doing my second route. It's just not what I expected.
I'm still on my first run. I didn't even get to part 2 yet. Yeah, life is a thing. But Mandy, we thank you for coming on by and taking time out your schedule to come on. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Anytime. And we have another guest, the homie, the one from Philly, my homie, Gold Chain Gamers. What's good?
Everything is all good, man. Good Friday, man. I enjoyed myself today. There's a lot of gaming stuff. I ate well. I feel good. I have a Heineken for the Chillcast. I'm officially chilling.
Oh gosh. What? Really?
He can handle it. He can handle it.
Yeah, what up?
Uh-oh.
This guy.
What's going on, guys?
This
How's
guy.
everybody doing?
Who is that?
We got
That
a
is Chips.
full thing going on.
Is that shit?
That is
Yeah,
Chips.
I'm with Scorbo.
Chips just straight
Chips.
up.
And we're at Touch West.
Dude, we kind of live right now, dude.
Oh, you're live. Ooh, my bad. Make sure you subscribe.
My guy. That's my guy, man. That is a wild man.
That's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chips and Sticks.
Right.
Wow.
Chill squad all day that though.
Wow. So sincere, what you been playing this week, man?
It's hard to even think about that. That's a hard act to follow, man. Chips and Sticks, man. I played and finished Control. I started Astral Chain, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bet. That's what's good. And then we got the homie Rob Regal. How you been, man?
Coolin', man. You already know. Keeping it up, maintaining. Figure deal me all day that. Been playing some Super Mario Maker 2, some NBA 2K19, of course, waiting for 2K20 to come out next week.
Yeah.
What else I've been playing? Just beat Detroit Become Human tonight for the first time. And yeah, of course, Apex Legends, and just been cooling, man. You know, I'm about to start Life is Strange again next week and playing some Chrono Trigger tomorrow. And yeah, that's what we're doing, keeping it diverse.
Nice. So, you know what? I will say that's one of the upsides about Mixer. Like you could really go into do variety streams.
Exactly. And that's what I'm all about.
Because it's like with YouTube, it's like they try to like
pays variety. Let's keep the bean. Let's just say what it is. YouTube pays variety now.
They do. They want to fit you in as one person. They want to fit you in as, oh, you that dude that plays on that Fire Emblem. Oh, you that dude that does all this.
Or you the dude that does reactions and nothing but reactions.
Yeah. And that's why you guys see. For those of you, I'll get to that when it's my turn. You're a player too. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? It's been a good week. Last weekend went to the Southeast Game Exchange. Did my first panel there, which was really exciting. And
I mean, interrupt. There's an echo. There's a huge echo.
Is that who is it? It's not me. I have it open.
I hear an echo in the background.
Me?
I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. I don't think it's from me.
It's definitely not from me.
I don't know. Everyone sounds cool to me.
Through speakers.
No, I hear it.
I hear it on your player 2's end and at Avidan's end.
Does anybody
hear it in the stream?
That would be a good question.
Does anyone hear the echo on the stream? Because I could ignore it.
It says someone has 2 mics.
That could be that could be a joke.
Yeah, but now I'm like, did I leave myself connected a second time? I don't think I did. So, did the echo just start?
I heard
I
it.
didn't hear it before.
All right. Hello?
Hello?
Right.
And then you guys talk, and then if the echo happens when I'm muted, then it's probably on my end.
I don't hear it now.
Yeah, I don't hear that echo now.
Yeah.
Do you hear it when I talk?
Nope.
Maybe a little bit.
Not really.
He spoke when I was muted.
Yeah, I didn't hear it when you was talking though. I mean, I didn't hear it when you was muted. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. So right now, if I'm talking, is there echo or not echo?
All right, the echo's gone.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Great.
cool. Well, anyway, yeah, how was your week, man? You was at PAX West? I mean, not PAX West, Southeast Game Exchange.
Yeah, I was at the Southeast Game Exchange, and really good. Did my first panel. Did not collapse in on myself like a dying star, which is originally what I feared would
Nice.
happen.
How
Not
did
a lot
that
of
go?
public
Tell us
speaking
about
experience.
it.
It was really good. So essentially what I did was I did a panel which was 10 tips for new and aspiring gaming channels, which was content that was basically in line with what I was already doing on my channel. And that's what Austin kind of wanted me to do while I was there. The only thing that was kind of rough is we couldn't get an actual convention room on Sunday, which is when I went at 11 a.m. We had to do it on the convention floor in like a sectioned off area, and the crowd noise was so loud that anybody who did it, because 8-Bit Eric and Shady J also did a panel. Linda the Gamer Girl also did a panel, and it was just really hard to hear everybody. But Austin assures me that next year that's not really going to be an issue. But aside from some audio difficulties, whole thing went really well, man. I basically just set up like 10 points on laptop, like right up next to me, and I didn't really over prepare for it. And I don't know if that was out of like just overconfidence or if I was just procrastinating leading up to the show. But ultimately, I just kind of went through the things and basically rationalized that if I really know what I'm talking about, if I really know my stuff, and I have the heart and the passion for it, it should not be difficult for me to just speak about it off the cuff. And I think it went really well. Recorded it. If I can clean up the audio a little bit, might publish it. But in terms of what I've been playing, since I was kind of busy this past weekend, played a little bit of Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is my forever game. Mandy, I know you can relate to that. And then also I picked up Control this week, which was a game I had completely forgotten about, and it is a tremendous game. It's almost like if Lost and Inception and Ghostbusters kind of had a baby, you would kind of get
Men in Black.
Control. A little bit of Men in Black too, yes. And it's a tremendous game. It's from Remedy, the same cast that did Alan Wake, same people that did Max Payne. And I was happy to see that the voice actor who did Max Payne back in the day has actually returned to play a major character in Control. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, wait, is that Max Payne? Totally Max Payne. But it's a really good game, man. So other than that, obviously everyone's on the Astral Chain. And in terms of the things that I got out of the Southeast Game Exchange, you already know, it's time for Avidan to rise. So I'm very excited by this because now you're going to have to point out how it's not trash and how much you love the Vita. So it's been a great.
Yes.
You know what? You know what happened? Okay. You know what? I'll say this.
Yes, please.
I'll say this. I'll give it a fair shot.
Yep.
But I promise I have a good feeling I won't say it's better than the Wii U.
Well, I don't care if you think it's better than the Wii U. Let me be clear. I just want the previous statements you've made when you're like the Vita is trash. I'm looking for you to reverse that position. You don't have to say it's better than the Wii U. You don't have to say it's the greatest system of all time. But if you can honestly tell me after playing it, there's not a single pleasurable experience that you get from this particular handheld system.
You know me. I keeps it real. I keeps it real. I keeps it funky with you, man.
Yeah. I think Persona 4 will serve you well. And actually, this Vita actually already had games loaded on it. So there's like Minecraft on here, and what else did I see on there? Borderlands 2 is already on there.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's a good start. You got a chill game I could just take and relax with, and a game that I could be a little bit more serious with. Okay, so
yeah, pure chaos. But apparently, you're logged in as some delightful gentleman named Keith, who apparently didn't take his account off the Vita. So
nope, that's no problem. That's no problem.
Just don't try to sign in, and I think you'll be okay. But yeah, he had some good games. So thanks for that, Keith, wherever you are.
Shout out to Keith.
And last and surely not least, the homie NX Revolution. What's going on, man?
Not too much other than school. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem this week. I'm getting to the 30-hour mark, almost part 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and hold off on Astral Chain until then. But
play
we'll
it
see what
tonight.
happens.
Play it tonight.
It looks good.
Play it tonight.
It looks really good.
At least play that intro.
Play that intro.
Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna talk about that intro in a second. Oh my goodness.
And by the way, I still got that dog here, the new dog. So if you hear him, and I go and I leave off camera, that's because I'm dealing with him.
It's all
So,
good. It's
thanks
all
for having
good.
me on as always.
Here he is.
All right.
Yep. I'm gonna go deal with that.
So, all right. So for me this week, if you guys noticed, even last week, even this week, I've been making some changes with the main channel. As of right now, if you guys haven't seen the video, the main channel is more so a live streaming channel. And right now, I'm focusing on building the Chillcast and making the Chillcast even better. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm improving the thumbnails for the Chillcast. You actually got a Chillcast logo now, so the Chill Squad. Slowly customize this to be a better experience for you guys, and just enjoyable, watchable experience every time you either watch this live or if you're watching the replay. So that's number one. Number two, as we were discussing, YouTube sucks. I hear that echo again. But anyway, YouTube really sucks when it comes to doing variety content. If you want to say, and for me, being a multifaceted person, that sucks because I want to do stuff like, reactions, live streams, opinions. I want to do. Oh my gosh, that echo's annoying.
I have no idea who was
Muted during this. I don't think it's on my end.
That echo.
It's an X. It's an X. It got to be an X.
But he's
That's why he
muted.
cut his face off. He's muted.
Fully muted right now, though.
Let me make sure it's not me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's me.
But anyway, we're not gonna waste too much time on that. We'll talk more about that afterwards. Either way, you guys gonna get more live streams from us. So, with that being said, let's talk about Astral Chain. Now, I would say the only people who haven't played Astral Chain is Rob or NX. So I'm gonna say, Rob, since you're the one here, what are your visual impressions of the game from seeing? Did you watch any gameplay recently?
I have not seen any gameplay, but I saw like the trailer and everything. I thought it was a beautiful game from the jump. I just wasn't interested because it didn't look like my type of game to play.
Okay.
Maybe I'll recant on that at some point and give it a try. Not right now, but at some point.
Okay. So
I feel like I got some money to spare for that.
I mean, you're gonna get this mixer money soon.
I mean, at some point.
Yeah, so,
but right now I ain't got it, so that's how I look at it.
Fair enough. But I'm gonna allow our guest Mandy to go first on this one.
On
Astral
how
Chain.
it is.
Yeah, how do you like Astral? Just your impressions, how you feel about the game so far.
Oh, it's been a blast so far. The only thing is the female protagonist looks really ugly. Like her face, I don't like it.
Like her face.
It's like, you ugly.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. It plays a lot like Bayonetta meets Nier Automata kind of way. And, you gotta get used to it, especially navigating with the freaking chain and, the Legion guy, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
It gets pretty tricky trying to play with both of them because you forget that you could do damage too, and then you forget about your chain could do damage, and you have to worry about the gauge, and then there's a lot of stuff you have to keep in mind, so it can get pretty hectic. But there's a training room and all that. If you just take the time to learn the combat, it's fine. It's very, very fun.
Okay.
And it's actually really fun when you know what you're doing. So if you're pulling off stuff that that you did not like out of the blue just by button mashing, it is way better because it could get pretty hard, especially at first. So.
You're player 2. What are your thoughts on Astral Chain so far?
So first off, what I'll say is initially, and I think I mentioned this on the Chillcast previously, I was skeptical about Astral Chain, not because I didn't think the visuals looked stellar. I thought they absolutely did, and it had style for days. But ultimately, my whole thing was I was concerned that it was going to try to do too many different things because I was seeing hints of Zelda and Devil May Cry and a little bit of maybe even Batman in there when you talk about the detective portions. And I was worried it wouldn't do any single one of those things well. But now, having spent only an hour and a half so far. I literally just got done streaming it, and then I came over here to be on the Chillcast. I think a lot of my fears were largely unfounded. To Mandy's point, the combat is a little bit intimidating for me. I mean, most games where you've got a ton of combat flexibility are going to be a little intimidating at first, right? Because there's so many different button combinations to remember, and then typically you'll unlock new movesets, new combos, and things like that, so you have even more to remember. But I kind of compared it to, in a way, almost like Spider-Man, where like that can have some pretty complex gameplay. But once you really get in the thick of it for a couple of hours, it starts to become second nature. But I can see, I think Neo, who's in the chat, had pointed out that it's one of those games that it might be hard. Like if you drop off the map with the game for like a week or 2 weeks and then came back into it, you might have trouble reacclimating to those controls. But my initial impressions are that it's outrageously stylish. I'm hoping to see that the combat ramps up significantly, and I know that in terms of the Legion that you can control, you basically get like 5 different options, right? I don't remember all of them off the top of my head from what I just knew about the game before I got it. But you get like a ranged Legion, you get one that you can ride around, you get one that's more of an up close and personal kind of melee fighter. I will say that initially the controls for me are a little bit weird to get used to, because it's like I'm so used to doing action games where it's like, okay, I move my character with the left stick, control the camera with the right, but then if you take control of the Legion directly while you're in the middle of combat, you got to hold ZL, and then you sort of lose control over the camera, and then you're using that stick to control them on the battlefield, which I think might create some visibility problems when it gets more chaotic. But ultimately, it's got a lot of style. The characters are interesting. The voice acting solid so far as I can tell. I'm having fun with it initially. I'm hoping that it will be a sustained good time. But one of the other things I noticed, definitely a slower, more deliberately paced game. Like if you look at this game, you're like, oh, this is gonna be just like Bayonetta. It's gonna be just like Devil May Cry. Fast-paced, chaotic action. Not so much. Even the combat, despite the fact there's a lot going on, has a very deliberate, measured pace about it, which is not bad. It's just different.
Okay, so first of all, I'm putting this in the chat. Follow us on Mixer, because we are building this page up.
I am hearing an echo again.
It can't happen when you came back.
I heard you say you had
Explain
a
that,
problem.
Alex.
I heard you say you had a problem when I muted my mic. So
Yeah, whatever.
So chill right now.
But yo, NX,
yeah,
what are your initial thoughts of just like the gameplay you've seen with Astral Chain so far?
it looks really fun. It looks really good. Visual wise, it looks good. It looks fun gameplay wise. I mean, I have to play it obviously, so that I can't really put too much input on it.
I'm gonna get into my thoughts with Button Mashing. Now, Sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this echo. Can someone turn down the volume? Because that thing is so distracting. I'm an audio guy, so stuff like that bothers me sometimes. But okay, it's gone. Sincere, you and I both had similar, like, your impressions on how I felt about the game was you had similar impressions of how I felt about the game when we first went live.
Right.
And I think the number one thing we could both agree on is just how they opened up the game.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best openings to a game that I played. Like,
I think
it draws you right into what's going on immediately.
There's only 2 games on the Switch that really open up really fast and well like that, and that's Zelda Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
You really think Zelda has an opening like that? Like Zelda's opening,
it just throws you in there. It just throws you out in the world.
Wakes up naked. He gets some pants, and then he just.
But I mean,
why'd you just made Zelda sound like a morning before Walmart?
listen.
That's literally what happened.
Hear me out on this. The way they just throw you into the world, just throw you inside the game. Yo, NX, you look messed up.
Yeah, he's looks like he's living control right now. He's living control.
NX looks like Max Headroom right now.
Oh man, yo,
He's actually in the game control. Like,
but nah,
got him.
I'm not in the level of
This has it.
not in the level of being a fast-paced game, but more so just throwing you in the game.
Right.
That's what I want to say.
But I don't think that's an opening that draws you in. I think that's a game that's like, okay, now the world's open. You get to traverse it and find new things. Even that first 20 to 30 minutes of Breath of the Wild, it's kind of linear. You there's a path for you to go.
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on that. I want to say how bridge this game into that. The reason why I feel this game actually surpasses every other game on the Switch when it comes to the openings is because, one, that beginning cutscene.
crazy.
That beginning
Joseph is the coolest brother on the
yo,
planet.
Your man is cold.
He didn't sweat. He didn't move. Man, it's a cold dude right there.
And on top of that, it's like they throw you and you're on a motorcycle scene. You still think it's a cut scene, and they're like, "Wait, I could control this."
Yeah.
That was my reaction. I was like, "What? I'm gonna run into the car."
One of the things that I took from it, just technically, of course, I think Breath of the Wild is a very, once you get into the nuts and bolts of the technicality of how a game runs and looks and the methods that developers use. Breath of the Wild is great, but I was shocked and surprised by the look of this game. The graphics.
This is our first real action game for the Switch. Let's call it what it is. It's our first real action game for the Switch.
I mean, it heavy duty action. Like
heavy duty action. Of course you got
Josh look crazy. You
got Bayonetta 2. You do have the Bayonetta.
You have some ports. To be fair,
that's like you do have the Bayonetta games, but like, those are ports. When it comes down to an original action game,
like Switch exclusive.
Maybe you guys heard a little game called Arms. Okay, dismissive.
Okay, I need you.
Arms is bad.
I need you to relax, sir.
See, and outside of what Josh just said, you have this game, and not only that, it's like this game. In fact, someone you replied to on Twitter said it best. They prefer art style over graphics. The art style of this game is so impressive.
But that's a part of the graphics. People try to separate art style from graphics. That's not the case because no, I don't think so. Because the art style is definitely a part of the graphics.
Well, it's part of the graphics.
It's like technical versus artistic direction.
Okay,
like technical being like, does it have like high res textures versus like, are those textures worth looking at?
I disagree with textures being graphics. Not textures. Resolution being graphics. That's something that I kind of separate from. You can have a great graphical game that's at 720p.
I agree.
That means it has great lighting, shadows, ambient occlusion, particle effects. Those kind of things.
You can have terrible.
To be fair, most indie games are 720p, 1080p. Most indie games.
But take a game like Ori and the Blind Forest is really a great graphical game, like just to look at. But it's a smaller, AA game. Yeah. This game. If you look at things like explosions, particle effects, flames, I'm talking about Astral Chain now, it has really good graphics, surprisingly good graphics, and I didn't see one drop. It stayed at 30 frames per second the whole time. Now, of course, that was just the intro, but I feel like they threw a lot at you at the intro. They threw a lot at you to see, almost like a stress test. So I thought it passed. Like, this game runs very, very good. So usually platinum games aren't known for that. So Nier Automata really comes to mind when I think of performance, and this one it killed it. They killed it with this.
I want to talk.
Nier Automata is still better, and it has an action intro. So.
No, I'm talking about the performance in Nier Automata.
Oh,
if you play Nier Automata on a PlayStation 4, it's chugging a little bit. It's not.
But it runs 60.
The technical best on it. I mean, the technical
60 FPS.
It's 60, but 60 dropping. It's like I guess what Sincere is trying to say it's better to have a game run a consistent 30 than run at 60 and have all those multiple drops.
Absolutely,
it's like
I would agree with that.
For most people, for a lot of people, you want to have like a smooth transition gameplay because when those drops they mess up different moments of your gameplay. But to get into what El Gamer Latino said, he says, "How is the gameplay though? The gameplay is fluid." Is to what Mandy and Sincere said. I'm gonna go in and bring this into what I saw someone say on one of the lower reviews it got on Metacritic. Someone said that this game, I think it was on Millennial, I think that was the name of the critic. They said this is more like a button masher. I disagree entirely. Because
I didn't pick a button masher.
But you know what? I can see where he said that because he didn't get past much in the beginning of the game. Because in the beginning of the game, all you're doing is tapping B to shoot your gun and to swipe your nightstick. So it's like
you gotta finish the tutorial first. Once I finish the tutorial, I can flesh out a bit. Like
that's my point.
I want to try once I got into the game.
But that's
Does this person play video games though? You got to make sure that you watch a review of guys that actually play video games.
But that's my point. I want to leverage this point into the current Metacritic score and review score that this game has gotten. That person was an actual certified blog who was an actual certified critic on Metacritic. So by him giving this game a 65 and having those types of critiques,
he gave it a 65.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
So by dropping it that low, that's why this game has a lower review score than it actually does. Then you got a whole bunch of people.
What's the Metacritic score, Avidan?
87.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all, but it's like
great.
But when you see,
it's pretty good.
That's
bro.
actually great. 87 is great, especially for platinum games.
Pretty good.
For platinum games, that's great. But you see
games.
when you see dropping the score like that, and you see stuff like that, where you see people who are writing inaccurate reviews, not really taking time to review the game properly, you can see why this game got an 87. And it possibly, well, not even possibly, it would have gotten much higher if it was reviewed properly.
Might have cracked 90.
Exactly. I'll give it a flat 90 is well deserving of a flat 90 because this game is.
Well, I gotta wait till I get towards the end. Right, it started really good.
Started strong.
Yeah, it started strong. So I gotta wait. It's just like, for instance, I played Control. Control started off strong, then it dipped a little bit, and then it ramped up towards the end. And I was happy with the ending of the game.
You got a good point. So this is gonna be a game that I'm gonna finish because I would say J Love was good.
Sure, you're gonna finish it, Avidan? You say that about a lot of games.
I finished my Ultimate Alliance. Shut up.
Did you?
we finished Ultimate Alliance.
We did.
Avidan.
We did.
Man, I can't
Without chips.
I can't beat
Ooh, yeah, we did.
You said good games. That is a good game. That is a good game. But I'm definitely going to finish Astral Chain. And I'm going to finish Fire Emblem 2. Just so NX can leave me alone.
You slacking, man.
And I know
I'm
I
on
am.
my second playthrough of Fire Emblem.
I know I am.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty sweet.
Josh, be quiet.
It's your Switch. It's portable. Take it literally wherever you need it.
Why you always lying? Why you always lying?
I'm not
sitting
lying.
here, not you. I'm looking at Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm really absorbed that one yet. So.
Yeah, Josh was lying this whole time. I'm like looking at you like, yeah, me too.
Like, what, 9 hours into Fire
Josh is like, I'm on my second playthrough. Meaning my second time turning on the game.
It's pretty good.
I would
Gold
have
deer.
believed him, no problem. I was like, okay.
Totally.
But we thank you guys for coming on out so far. Before we get in, I'm gonna just give a quick shout out to the chat. First of all, we got over 30 people in. We got 30 people in here. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Brian Philosophy goes going on. DN Neo, thank you for coming on. I haven't seen you on here. If you have, it's been a minute. Thank you for coming by. Mara was good. Rufus, what is good? Oh, wait. See, my screen's not listening to me. Deadlock was good. Puzz Solver, what is good? What is good? Santiago, thank you for coming by. It's Tony and Santiago. Thank you guys for coming through almost every Chillcast. We see you guys. See you guys are part of the normal squad. Astro is off the chain. What is going on? I assume you're a fan of Astral Chain.
It is off the chain.
It is. Distracted by life, what is good? Fanatic, what is good? Bad latency, what is good? Anthony Himes, what is going on, man? And Sushi Fairy, what is good? And let's see, El Gamer Latinos, that was good to you. And I think we're good. Evie said, what's up to J Love? Okay, and Chris Levi, what's going on, Chris Levi? Chris Levi had a great video today, guys. Make sure you guys check that out. And
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Go ahead. And Miko Baiko. So, real fast, guys. What do you guys in the chat? Let's talk about Astral Chain for a little bit. What are you guys' thoughts? How many of you guys got the game already? And are you guys enjoying your playthrough of Astral Chain so far? Please, no spoilers in the chat because we are still progressing through the game ourselves. So if you got really far, make sure, you don't spoil the chat. Another thing, while we're waiting for Mandy to come back, we have emotes now. We have memberships on YouTube. So if you want to use the actual emojis now, you can become a member for only $1.99 per month, and the join button is right there under the like button. So hit that like button, hit that join button.
Click it.
Oh man, but yo, real fast, because I was talking about this with Nick real fast. Rob, I had to ask you real fast. Did you see my tweet about Diamonds Are Forever being probably one of the better beats that I've heard?
I did not
Ever?
see this tweet.
And out of all the beats and everything, in terms of just from a musician standpoint, I'm talking about just the instrumental itself, not the song. Diamonds Are Forever is like legendary in terms of when it comes to beats.
In your opinion,
I like that.
Huh?
It's in your opinion. I feel you.
Yeah, that beat.
I got a lot of beats I put above Diamonds Are Forever. I'm not going.
I think Can't Tell Me Nothing is a better beat than that.
Definitely.
Can't tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I guess there's more elements that like you said, is matter of opinion what attract me, but we could talk about that on the chill section of the pill. I said the Pillcast of the Chillcast.
Whoa! Wow. I'm sorry. Is Avidan trapping like a fool now?
Dude.
Wow.
It's got very
I
dark.
know you was trying to get this thing rolling, but I didn't know you meant like that, brother.
Trying to get it rolling.
Listen. It's better that I put it out there than me trying to actually hide it. So
No. That was a mistake, darn it. That's a mistake.
it was. So we're gonna
Go ahead and click that join button on Avidan's channel now. It helps pay for his rehab.
Or his habit. Whatever he chooses at the time.
We said rehab. We said rehab.
Oh man. Anyway, let's jump into Overwatch. The leaked Overwatch. Like what was it? A Switch case? There's a Switch, an official Switch case that had Overwatch logo on it, and it's official for Overwatch. And I'm actually interested in seeing how this is going to happen. I spoke about this on OJ's podcast last night, and personally for me, I wouldn't really get Overwatch on the Switch, primarily because, one, I have it on the PC. Two, if you want to say you could play it dock mode, I'll be that guy to tell you go ahead and play it on Xbox on the PS4. I'm just being real with you. You'll get a much better experience, a much better console experience playing it on a PS4 or Xbox One.
The whole goal is to get third parties on the Switch. You're going against that right now.
No. I'm saying
you're telling people to not just don't ignore this. Go to the consoles. That sounds like anti-third party to me.
Let people play the games on the system they want to play them on.
First of all, NX, let me finish my point, NX.
I'm not touching this.
I'm not getting
That's
it.
not anti-third party.
Like
it's just one has it better.
No, where I'm getting at is I'm also thinking about for the people who have those options. Now, if you're somebody who only has a Switch, go ahead and buy this, because I could say the same about people who play games like Warframe, people who play games like Paladins, and that's the only thing. Another thing is I feel like it's one of those issues where it's like Blizzard kind of dropped the ball on this, because there are now in a plethora of options of games you could buy on the Switch with similar experiences for free.
Mm-hmm.
And
Paladins is free.
Yeah, but don't trust that worth a mile, because you're gonna be paying microtransactions. It ain't.
Nah, you don't pay. You don't pay.
I'm in the party where I'd rather pay for a game, and it's free. Yeah, that might look good at first, but you're gonna be paying for it somewhere else.
Actually,
nothing is free.
Actually, no. When it comes to
in your pockets, this is gonna happen. You're gonna have bunny ears.
I'll say this with games like Paladins, because I actually play Paladins from time to time. Paladins, I forgot the name of the company with Paladins. Rob, you know the name of the company?
Respawn?
Nope.
It's not
Respawn.
Respawn.
Or something like that.
Respawn did Apex.
Respawn is Apex.
Paladins was made by Hi-Res Studios.
Hi-Res. That's what it was. Hi-Res.
Okay.
The thing about Hi-Res is actually respectful when it comes to the port of Paladins. They only do microtransactions for cosmetics, and that's it. Kind of like how what Apex
I've
does.
heard that.
That's how Fortnite does it, isn't it?
And Fortnite.
I've heard that a million times before. I still don't.
Yeah, so in terms of level progression, like the level progression isn't slowed down when you play with this, and even with Paladins, it's like your level progression doesn't really affect how you play. You can literally play what characters you want, go in and have a fun game, especially on the Switch. I actually played it with my community a few times. It's a fun game to play for free. If you're into Fortnite, you can play Fortnite. The only downside of playing Fortnite on the Switch is your area of sight.
You're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, that's the main downside is that you're playing Fortnite.
Okay. For the person who's being unbiased, unlike the other two people here who are one who's a ghost and the other person who is blurry as I don't know what. With your area of sight in those games is often limited because it's on the Switch, and that's another thing I was talking about. When it comes to shooting games, you want the maximum area of sight so you can shoot effectively. Rob, you know that playing Apex. I know that definitely playing Apex.
That field division to 110, baby.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be true of like any console versus PC though? Because on PC, don't a lot of those games support wider resolutions?
PC, that is true, but the Switch is much less because the Switch is made.
Oh, you're saying it's even reduced compared to like Xbox and PS4?
Exactly.
Okay. Sorry.
Exactly, and that's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm getting at. And I'm saying this out the gate. If they charge you $60 out the gate for Overwatch, I'll be the first person to tell you, do not support that. Like, so yes.
There's so many instances of that on the Nintendo Switch, though.
But a lot of Switch games do that.
But I'll get to that. I'll get to that when it comes to
call it the Switch tax, bro. You're paying the Switch tax.
But okay, but here's the thing about Overwatch. The thing is, if you know the game about Overwatch, that game goes on sale like literally 3 to 4 times a year.
But that's literally every game. I bought Doom for $6. Doom has never been $6.
Sale, I know that much.
Ever on the Nintendo Switch.
But I would say that. But I'll also say, in all retrospect to that, there's also other games on the Switch that are, let's say, the main games that don't go down on the Switch are Nintendo first party games. Those are the main games that you'll see probably on sale on the Switch.
You would think would go on sale was the Nintendo first parties, but they never.
Listen,
the main thing I'm trying to say though is that you can't say you're not okay with Overwatch being $60. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but I've seen you like kind of defend games that are $60.
Supply and
because
demand.
It's portable.
Actually,
expose him.
Okay. Okay. We can go there.
You got the tweet receipts.
We go.
I do.
British
Same energy, bro.
I will. Well, let's go with it. Let's go there. My number one thing that I've always said behind is supply and demand. There's not enough supply and demand with half the third-party games, which there is good credence to lower the price because you're not getting the amount of the demand you're requesting. Now with Nintendo Switch, you have the biggest port, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which sold over at this point over 18 million units. That's big for a port. So supply for the law of supply and demand in that it would not make sense to drop the price if people are still buying it in bulk at that price.
Yeah,
now,
but people still buy other third-party games.
Not at that level. Not at that amount.
It's a Switch. It's a Nintendo console. You would think that they have more leeway with their Switch tax or whatever you want to call it, but they really don't, and they're really stringent on that. But saying supply and demand doesn't excuse its bad practice because you could sell more at a cheaper price.
You can't
like her. She's talking that talk.
You can't sell more.
Excuse them.
Like Tropical Freeze, it's $60.
First of all,
that makes no sense.
Okay, but it makes no sense. But no, hold on.
Breath of the Wild has no business being $60 right now.
But okay, but if it's
talk about it.
But if it's still selling,
what's wrong with you? And that's the truth. It has no business being $60.
Why not? Why not?
It's a launch game. It's the first game on Switch.
But okay, but
it's a legacy game.
But whose rule is that if it's still selling out?
If you're willing to pay it,
then Overwatch $60.
First of all,
but then you said Overwatch was a bad idea if it's $60.
I said, hold on, Rob, hold on.
Like the power, Avidan.
Hold on, Rob, hold on. You good, Rob?
Fight the power. That's all
I
I'm
got
saying.
you. I got
You
you.
caping for him right now.
I got
man.
you. I got you. Okay? I got you. All right. So what I said about Overwatch is simply because Overwatch is not a game that sells ever well at its maximum price. If you watch the sales of Overwatch, they've always put this thing on sale. So
That
what I'm
doesn't
doing,
mean it should be on sale on the Switch.
Well,
if anything,
well,
they're
what I'm-
gonna get their bang out of their butt because it's a new face, a new
well, what I'm getting at is
more people looking at it.
And what I'm getting at is what I'm noticing. If I notice those things, and as somebody who has played Overwatch for a while, as someone who loves that game, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, hey, wait a little bit on. Let's just say this game drops September, October. I'm going to tell you to wait a month during that Black Friday sale so you can get it much cheaper. So that's me. That's me being an influencer helping you out for the best of your buck.
That's kind of hypocritical, though.
How's that hypocritical?
If it's a game you like, you're like, oh, well, it's worth it. Supply and demand.
No, that's not hypocritical.
$60 for a Wii game, a Wii U game.
That's not
Makes
hypocritical.
sense. Donkey Kong, yes.
I'm not in support of Donkey Kong being $60, by the way. I'm not in support of Mario Kart. Not Mario Kart. I'm not in support of not Sunshine. What's that game? Odyssey. Odyssey. I'm not supporting Mario Odyssey being $60.
Then why Breath of the Wild can be $60?
$60 because I said
exactly. It's based on
that game came out first. Breath of the Wild came out before Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey
sold more copies than Breath of the Wild.
No, it didn't.
I'm pretty sure it did.
No, it didn't.
I think it's at.
Actually, you're right.
Oh man, he about to get the numbers.
Actually, you're right. Actually, you are right. You are right. Actually, you are right. You are right. But in terms of worth, shut up, Rob.
This is a really interesting discussion. I like this.
Yeah, I love this discussion too because the reason why I go with Breath of the Wild because Breath of the Wild to this day. Cause guess what? You know what? I'm gonna put NX in this place right now. How many people are still sharing new things you could do with Mario Odyssey?
What does that have to do with the price?
What? No. Let's not detract.
I'll take
Answer the
this one in a
question.
second.
Answer the question. No. Answer the question. I don't want to. Yeah, don't deflecting. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question.
This is a different conversation.
Answer the question. Answer the question. I'll show you how it links. Answer the question. None. Why? Because of relevancy. Relevancy brings more of a price tag.
There are a lot more.
No, that's crazy.
Relevancy brings more of a price tag.
That wasn't the one, Avidan.
Relevancy.
Like,
Crazy business, brother.
kind of hypocritical because you're
How's that
picking and
hypocritical?
choosing the games you like, which is fine, but you can't say as an influencer, you guys should wait because it's like you go.
No, I listen. I have more hours of Overwatch clock than everybody on this podcast.
I'm guaranteeing that.
Probably, but that doesn't
I'll say
best.
I'll say this. I have it and I'm doing this for you guys. I'm looking out for you guys. I'm saying, like, listen, if that game comes out in October and I know Nintendo's marketing practices, I'm like, hey, yo, hold up. I said, yo, don't buy that at launch date. That's like if I'm gonna.
I wouldn't say that either.
You wouldn't tell a friend. You wouldn't tell a friend to save some money.
I would. I don't believe it should be $60. It's
So
just
you wouldn't
I'm
tell a friend to say
consistent about it, and you're Mr. like supply and demand.
What is supply and demand?
Overwatch.
What is supply and demand? By definition,
Is when the consumers want something, there's demand, so they supply.
okay. So when I say supply and demand,
You think that it's almost 3 years that Breath of the Wild has been out.
yeah,
You can make Breath of the Wild $39.99 just period now.
if it's still
Guys,
selling,
some stores, you can still find Wii games, and Mario Kart Wii is still $50.
that's
Like,
crazy.
why? Like that.
Now that's crazy. That I don't agree with.
Splatoon 2 is like $60.
I don't agree with
Splatoon 1.
NX. I don't agree with what you said right there. I don't agree with that.
Me, that's
I'm just
wild, man.
That's
saying,
why.
there are worse examples that we could be using than Breath of the Wild.
That's a very wild example, and that I don't agree with. Now, to give some context to show that I'm not trying to make an argument here, Mandy, to your point, I do agree Nintendo can have better practices when it comes to selling some of their products. But but this is on a game-to-game basis, like a product-to-product basis. If a product is selling really well consistently, it's on the best sellers list, still on the best sellers list. Do you have to lower the price? I'm gonna give you 2 examples.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has consistently been in the top 10 of games sold every month since it came out. When did it come out?
13, right?
2013. It's literally the highest selling, not game, but thing in all of it, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
There's no way you can buy it for $60. No one's selling it for $60 anymore.
But you know what though? But you know what? There's another thing about that game that a lot of people are not talking about.
What's that?
What's wrong, Avidan? Is it not made by Nintendo? Is that the reason why?
No. No. But you can have your seat there, Rob. But anyway, I can hand you the seat when I bring up the fact.
Avidan hate when I'm right. Every time we on, he hate when I'm right.
No, I don't hate when you right. You just come out of nowhere, like I'm not even talking to you, like boom, like dang, dog, you gonna knock me out?
Hey, Avidan, you ever been to church?
Of course.
All right, so you know when that gospel finally hits you and you just got to jump up for it? That's all that's happening right now.
That's it right there. You got to jump up for it.
Listen. Now, the reason why Grand Theft Auto 5 shouldn't be one of the best examples, because we could pull some hypocrisy with that. That game was out for about a year and some change on the PS3, and then they ported it for the PS4 at full price.
But that didn't last long.
That did last long. It lasted for about a good few years, actually.
It didn't last that long.
It lasted about 2015. Go check the records. I actually followed that for my point.
There was always a time over the last 3 to 4 years I saw that game for $30.
Oh yeah, 3 to 4 years, but go back to about 2015.
I've never in my life seen Breath of the Wild for $30.
It's not even 3 years old yet, though. But
it's never going to be $30. It's never. They have an iron grip on it. Like
Mark his words on here. Mark his words on here. It's never going to be $30.
It's never going to be $30.
It's always had like a very.
You good, Josh? What happened?
I always have a weird.
I don't know. I'm restarting my machine right now. I think there's a problem with my internet connection, so I'm connected on LTE through my phone. Sorry if it's looks a little bit different.
No, you're good.
It's actually clean.
It's actually much cleaner quality.
Oh,
no,
good.
it's not cleaner quality. Don't say that.
Is that a bunk bed?
That was his pro camera.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
great.
I need that bunk bed.
But
yes.
Like bunk beds.
But listen,
this bed's too big. It's like I want space to play, man.
But
so wait, what I missed in the conversation? Like, where do we go with that?
We just basically went in.
Avidan was getting lit up.
Kind of off the rails.
First of all, we are way off the rails. Second of all, I'm getting jumped by Rob. I'm getting kicked in the stomach by Mandy. Then out of nowhere, Sincere punched me and I'm on the ground. I'm getting jumped in with no backup.
What was the position you got up on?
No.
I'm not jumping you, Avidan. I'm standing on the side with my phone out and filming it and laughing. There's a difference.
No.
I'm not swinging any punches.
All we trying to tell you, bro, is that you gotta kind of keep the same energy. Like, the goal is to get third parties onto the Nintendo Switch. We talked about this.
I'm for that. I'm 100% for that. But there's other creative ways to do that. And there's other games like Diablo 3. You want to talk about Blizzard?
That's on there.
Diablo 3 was now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did that come out at mark price at $60?
Yes.
So yes. Diablo 3, and is Diablo 3 still $60 on other platforms?
Yeah, it might have dropped to 40 now, but I think that stayed at 60 for a while. I remember I got it at 17 through a pricing error at Walmart last Black Friday.
Now my question, my whole thing to you, now you could release it at that much at $60, but what I'm saying is I'm not saying drop it to don't buy it right away. I'm saying don't buy it right away because this is a normal practice with Overwatch. It's something that they do that it's weird. I'm thinking it's strictly for Overwatch. They always
on the Switch.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's like a new thing.
They always make this game at there's always a sale for Overwatch. And I'm like, at this point, if you're somebody who wants to try the game, and especially since Blizzard kind of like was, let's just put it this way, Blizzard kind of dragged their feet with this because this was in the talks since 2017.
Right.
This has been talked.
I have said on this podcast sometime last year that Overwatch was going to come on.
You did, and I agree with you on that. Actually, I agree with you on that. It's been a long time coming, so it's like because they dragged their feet on this, because there are other alternatives on the Switch. Like Manny, you said that you don't agree with Paladins that you pay for it. As someone who plays Paladins, I haven't paid a cent to that game. I've always had fun on that game, and Paladins plays extremely similar to Overwatch. So for someone that's paying of their hard-earned money to a company that is going to drag their feet on putting the game onto a Switch and just waiting to see if the Switch is going to be that much of a success.
Because it sells, supply and demand. There's always a consumer there.
Of course. Of course it will sell. I'm not saying it won't sell, but for me to make a suggestion to say, hey, Black Friday's it's coming around. Hey, you could save a little bit more money and still have a lot of fun with this game. I don't see how that's hypocritical because you're still going to get the consumer in, and it still equates to more sales, and more people are enjoying the game, and more people are on the platform. So that's not hypocritical. That's not hypocritical.
It's the portable version. Like The Witcher 3 is $60.
But why?
That game is forever old, but people justify it because it's portable.
I don't justify
kind of problem I see in the Nintendo community is this perpetual like favoritism with first-party games, and
let me ask you a question.
Third-party games are not. They're like, oh man, that's too much.
Let me ask you a question. When have I ever defended Witcher 3?
You haven't, but it's something. You have defended games.
Something common in the community, in the Nintendo community,
There's a bias. That's clearly.
No, I'm just making sure. I get it. I was
asking. Attacking you, bro.
I wasn't getting. Okay, wait. Yo, Rob, shut up for a second. I'm asking you guys. I'm asking her. I'm not offended. I'm just talking to her. Questions and asking questions. There's no attacks or anything. It's just a conversation. So
yeah, I don't mean nothing bad.
Yeah, nah, not at all. I didn't take anything from you. I'm just asking you directly. Where have I said that? Because I want to make sure like where you was coming from. Because the comments now, what comments have you heard me defend?
Mostly, you would kind of agree with the notion that supply and demand. That's the most common one I've seen from you. And we had a back and forth on that on Twitter, I remember correctly. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. And right now, you're picking and choosing the games that are worth to be $60 on the Switch. It's in reality, I don't support any of it because I don't think that's a good price point for a years-old game. But we've seen time and time again, like The Witcher 3 and other third-party games where they just come out $60, and that's it.
Understandable.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Overwatch is $60. I wouldn't get it, but
I wouldn't.
People always throw the term portability because that's somehow upgraded version.
Now let me ask you this. Now you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't buy it at $60, right? Now, if someone suggested that this game is going to be around $20 by Black Friday, would you think about it?
Well, yeah, but that's no guarantee.
But you would
the game out the bat should be $49 if anything.
But it would still convert to a sale, right?
Yeah, but that's because I got a sale from somewhere like Walmart or Target, not because Overwatch.
Overwatch sets the price. They don't want to set the price for every retailer to sell it that much. So me doing my job as an influencer, how am I being hypocritical by not helping them convert more sales?
Because you pick and choose the games that you deem that are worth $60. To somebody that may be worth $60.
But now,
can you guys hear me on audio right now?
Yeah, I can hear you on audio. But now, what if I could still? What if someone comes to me and asks me, "Is this game worth $60?" and I could detail reasons why it's worth their money?
Well, you don't.
Is that still consistency? Because in terms of the rules of supply and demand, that is still consistency.
But when you say supply and demand, that goes into the account that you would agree that it's $60 because there's a supply and that's what they're going to demand. So when you said supply and demand, then you're like, okay, it's fine being $60, but that doesn't make sense if they lower the price. That's not supply and demand.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's supply and demand.
No,
I
yeah.
mean,
think you
that
guys are talking about
is,
two
but
different
that's
issues
a
right now,
good
actually.
supply and demand, and we know that Nintendo has a good track record,
N-
and a lot of third parties
Hey,
take
man,
advantage of that on the Switch. They take advantage of that.
Mandy,
As
Mandy,
long as people buy it at $60,
Mandy, we could both agree.
games at 60.
We could both agree that Nintendo is not the brightest when it comes to some of their marketing. We could both agree on that. We have NES Online. All of us could agree NES Online is trash for Nintendo Switch Online.
But
Well,
Mark,
Huh?
but that's not really marketing.
That's really well in terms.
That's really just robbing your people. Robbing your people.
That's
just bad business.
What I meant about marketing, I meant is say, hey, you get to pay this much more for these games. That's what they was marketing the online with, those NES games.
Oh, yeah.
That's
right.
what
like I would
Right.
agree with that.
they were marketing. They were marketing with that. So it's like we can agree that Nintendo isn't the best when it comes to that. But I think some people didn't like the banter going back and forth. I had fun.
I think you guys are just arguing two totally different issues.
who didn't
right
like
now.
it?
We were at 30 and now we're at 22.
I mean,
Oh, well.
so that's
They can't take
Yeah.
the drama. It's fine.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't
Gosh,
take
I
the
can't
heat
believe
up out of
it's
kids.
like-
I loved it. I loved every
Can't
bit of
believe
it.
what?
I loved every bit of it because it brought up a good conversation. Like we're all passionate about video games, and I want to understand your point, Mandy, a little bit more because the reason why I wanted to talk to you more directly because I feel I've watched. I watched your podcast. I watched you go back and forth with Shadow Fox, and it's like I feel as though you
Shadow
get.
Fox and-
I feel like you get misunderstood a little bit. Your point, so I wanted you to get some time to get your points out a little bit more in a more chilled environment where it's like we're not coming at your neck.
Oh no, I don't feel that way.
No one's gonna come. No one. And I'm glad you don't, because no one ever here will come at your neck. It's just that we're all chilled people who love playing video games. At the end of the day, I could care less because I'm not getting paid.
That's facts.
At the end of the day, I could care less. I'm not getting paid.
So after all these weeks, I'm waiting for my check.
So it's like okay. Like for me on Twitter, I don't even remember that back and forth because I don't even go back and forth with Twitter anymore. Cause I said, "Yo, I'm not getting paid for this."
I'll put that down.
Yeah, I mean, it's some
banter.
things that you got to do without receiving financial compensation right away. It's like put experience in the bank. So
Yeah, I feel you.
That's a bar.
I feel. Hey, he used to rap too, so there you go. So
That's a bar.
but yeah, Mandy, great discussion on Overwatch for the Switch. Everyone too, like Rob and Sincere, man, and NX, I love you guys, man, because you guys hyped that up the way we needed it to. So you guys,
Just this final. I'm on your side, but you by saying that one game, like with the Mario Odyssey thing, I
Yeah.
was against that.
that was a weak argument. That was a weak argument. We're done now. that was a weak argument.
we're not revisiting that.
Yeah, that's all.
That was a weak
that's
argument.
That's all I was saying.
That was a weak argument. I took my L on that one.
I'm on your side.
See
People keep
me.
paying 60, they're gonna keep charging 60.
See me. I
You don't want them
relish
to
in my
charge 60,
L's.
Don't pay for it.
I relish in my L's. If I catch that L, I'm like, yeah, I caught that. So
He said, yeah, I caught that.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
L's. I catch that.
Why you gotta be super hot fire though? But we're gonna go into. Anyone else have anything want to talk about Overwatch for the Switch? I know Manny and I kind of like monopolized that whole conversation.
No, that was fine. That was great.
Cool. Let's go and talk about Capcom Remasters.
Okay.
So-
I'll sit back on this one.
Nah, you may have something you wanted to talk about. So far the
I
ones.
am tired, so
Oh, okay.
I've been talking all day.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up soon, so Manny can get her rest.
I've been talking all day. I'm talking about I've been
If
getting
anything, I'll just
all kind of.
peace out early. But
Okay, all right. Well, if you have to go, let us know. It's great having you on for the first time. I know it's a little late, but
All right, I'm sticking with voice
All
this time.
right.
Sorry for the confusion, guys.
But Capcom,
well,
huh?
I'm peacing out.
All right,
Yeah.
Mandy, thank you
Okay,
so
later.
much for coming on. It was great talking, discussing with you. We'd love to have you on again sometime.
Okay, thank you for having me. Bye, chat.
Nice talking to you, man.
See you, Mandy.
Peace,
See ya.
other dudes.
And Rob's
It
in
was
the
nice.
Rob's in the middle again, with no
Am I?
camera. Yes.
Sensational.
Sensational.
But anyway, so the Capcom remasters, we so far have confirmed the Aladdin and Lion King Genesis remakes.
Which version of Aladdin did Capcom do? Was that the Genesis or was it the Super Nintendo?
I think it was a Genesis one.
Because the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin is not in that collection. So that's all. That's the only reason I was asking.
Yeah, but it looks pretty. It looks good that they're doing those HD remasters. But they're also going to have the thing about the reason why I wanted to bring this up. And shout out to RGT85. He did a video about this. They're going to have at Tokyo Game Exchange. They're going to have a 1-hour panel talking about Switch releases.
Really? Capcom?
Yes, Capcom. That kind of interests me. Cause I'm like, if you're gonna spend an hour, what games can you go to? So I went through some games in my head. If you guys see the thumbnail already, Devil May Cry 3 came to my mind.
That'll work.
By the way, Capcom did the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin. So
Okay.
that was not
So
I don't know about the Lion King stuff, but yeah, I was just double checking. Go on.
yeah, someone said they're lagging. Did the stream die? Hold up. Is the stream?
Yeah. I was having trouble connecting the video on the Discord, so I just dropped back to audio only.
All right. Well, the stream is still good on YouTube at least. So
Yeah, YouTube looks fine. Like I can watch it fine on my desktop and it looks all right. But I'm gonna stick with audio for now, so I don't keep dropping out and joining back in.
Okay, that's cool. But I wanted to talk to you guys. What are the games you guys think that Capcom could bring that would probably bring more interest to Switch users? For me, Devil May Cry 3 is on that list.
I want that Disney Afternoon collection.
That's not gonna happen. Come on.
I know, but I want it.
You
I'm
know,
just letting you know.
you know what the game I'm thinking
I
about,
would like
guys?
that, but
That DuckTales
What's
game
that?
that got pulled off.
That'd be nice.
That'd be.
Basically,
Seems like a good
they pulled it down to repackage it.
Give me the Onimusha collection.
Ooh,
That'll be dope.
Yeah, that would.
So-
I swear, like I think that they're just messing with us right now because they did Devil May Cry. I guarantee we're gonna get the Devil May Cry trilogy within 12 to 18 months.
yeah,
But
I
I
think
don't.
they'll
I
do the
don't.
same
I
thing
don't.
with
I don't,
Onimusha.
I don't like mentioning. I don't like mentioning. Whatchamacallit? I don't like mentioning. Resident. What's that game? Devil May Cry 2. I don't like talking about that game.
No, nobody wants to talk about it. We all have PTSD from that game.
I don't like mentioning Capcom remasters because they like to charge full price and then make you download half the game.
So you know what, guys? I have a game that they could probably shock everybody with, and if they do this game, this will probably be one of the biggest announcements of the whole entire panel.
Do you know that they're calling it Capcom Adult Masterpiece Series?
I don't want to go deeper into that. I'm just gonna say games like Marvel's Capcom 2 could be up in the mix, or even Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis, I just want to see them just remake that game. Period.
You know what?
I want that to get the Resident Evil 2 treatment.
You know what game I want to see them remake? This is a game. There's 2 games for that need to be on the Switch. Actually, 3 games actually. Capcom versus Tatsunoko. Beautiful Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a game. If you guys are fighting game enthusiasts like myself, you guys will respect this next one. We need freaking rival schools on the Switch.
That would be crazy.
Rival schools on the Switch, and then end off the presentation with a God of War collection.
Wait,
The God of War 1, because wasn't God of War by Capcom?
no,
No, that's all Sony.
no, that's never. That ain't coming to Nintendo.
I was about to say they not even. That wouldn't.
I thought Capcom was. I thought they did parts of it, like parts of the
Santa
series.
Monica had that from the jump, right?
You're right. It was Santa Monica.
Yeah.
It was Santa Monica, but rival schools though. Rivals. Give me
Excellent. I'll take that every day.
Give me rival schools.
That's one of my favorite PS1 games of all time.
Same here.
I think something I want from the Dreamcast era was Power Stone. I'd love to see that game make a comeback.
Ooh.
That was fun.
See, Capcom has a lot of great stuff they could port over.
They do.
Yeah.
The people be sleeping on Capcom, man.
Dude, like Capcom had a bunch of great games, like even from like the NES era, Super NES. I mean, like they've been making games for a while. I mean, they like even look at some of their older stuff. Like I would like to see what was it, Little Nemo Dream Master or an updated Gunsmoke from the NES. Like these are games from like the '80s that I think would be phenomenal. Legendary Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could bring Killer 7. I forgot about that game. I'd be okay with that getting ported
I
over.
heard Killer 7 was supposed to be coming back, actually.
I would be okay with that. That was fun.
That'd be a good
Weird,
one.
but fun.
Yeah, I'll Google that in a second to see if there's. But I remember them saying Killer 7 was supposed to be coming back.
Yep. But what else? What other Capcom games? There's Dead Rising, but I didn't really care.
That would be fun. You know, does the Switch have a good zombie game? Like a really good dedicated zombie game? Can anyone think of it? Wii U, I would have been like Zombie U was great.
The Walking Dead.
Oh come on.
Or Resident.
You know what I mean.
I mean, but would you classify Resident Evil 4 as a zombie game?
When I say zombie game, I'm talking more of I'm talking like more like
Yeah.
a zombie horde style zombie game, right? Not like 2 or 3 creeping around a corner.
But how many outside of Dead Rising and maybe Days Gone? How many of those games actually exist? And that World War Z game.
World War Z, Zombie U would have been one of them.
Okay.
Sunset Overdrive, would that count? Even though not technically zombie. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't even have to be zombies. I just mean like hordes of enemies that you could mow down. I want that experience on the Switch.
Not really, no. That'd be hard to pull off, rendering that many.
Yeah, I guess it is a
there
disadvantage
are-
for a game of that type.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't want it though. Well, I mean, if they made the Dead Rising work on the 360, I feel like that could work on the Switch then, right?
I mean, there are
Dead Rising might be able to
on
work.
Switch. You gotta; those have to render a bunch of characters on screen. I don't think that would be the issue.
Left 4 Dead, maybe. That would have counted.
That'd be cool.
Dying Light.
It'll be interesting.
I don't know. Dying Light might be a tough one.
That's such a good game. I'm so pumped for the sequel to that. Sorry,
Might be
off
a tough
topic. Lollipop Chainsaw, the Immortal Classic.
I never played that.
You know what else though? They said remasters, but I'm waiting for them to really announce a new Monster Hunter game for the Switch, like a brand new one that's not a port. That'll be dope. And when are
a
gonna
new what game?
Huh?
A new what game you cut out on at least on my end?
Oh, I said that we should get at least a real Monster Hunter game that's not a port.
Okay, yeah.
And they should really give us Street Fighter V finally.
That would be nice, but Street Fighter 5 hasn't left PlayStation yet. Top pieces.
Street Fighter 5, Sony paid for a lot of the development. I don't think that's gonna leave. It is on PC, I think. It's only on PC and PS4 though. I don't see that leaving.
That's a game I may end up playing sometime this weekend just because I miss playing that game. I have it on my PS4. But
it's a lot better now than it was before.
Yo, you got it?
What, Street Fighter 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta play some rounds in some time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I get down with fighting games. I'm not the best, as you know, from playing, especially with arcade sticks. Too many games.
You like, I'm okay at fighting games. I just love. I've always been someone who played fighting games.
You know, everybody got their picks. Mine's is Mortal Kombat. Like that's the game I can like. You know what? I'm competitive.
And that's the game that you'll beat the crap out of me in. I would lose in Mortal Kombat. Like I would try my best. Like the best Mortal Kombat that I was all right in was Mortal Kombat 3. Maybe Ultimate. But after that, nah.
This Mortal Kombat 10, 11, even Mortal Kombat 9, I was pretty good at. But this one, I put probably the most time in playing it. So
okay, cool. But
I give you some rounds in Street Fighter.
Most definitely. Rob, you have anything else for that, man?
I ain't got nothing on that one, bro. I ain't got nothing on that, bro.
All right, so
every time there was something for me to chime in on, I chimed in. Like when you say, rival schools and everything like that. Like that's something I could chime in on, but other than that, I ain't got much to chime in on that topic.
All right, cool.
Oh wait, let me see if Killer 7 is gonna be coming back. Like I said,
I heard about that actually.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. Google's.
We got. Hold up.
Remaster.
I heard the sound, but I didn't see who. I got a notification, but I didn't see the sound. Oh, I had it blocked out by accident. I gotta. Oh man.
Most people don't see sound, Avidan.
No, I
Only on the Pillcast.
Oh, it got remastered. Well, there was a trailer for a remaster that came out
Labels.
last year for Steam.
Hold up, I gotta go to Stream Labels real fast. I gotta go to Stream Labels to see who. I gotta remember to keep Stream Labels open. Yo, D.
Yes, I've been told you
You did.
that.
You did. You know what? Because it's not something that I remember to keep open. I don't know why. I do. But you see, the thing about Stream Labels, it doesn't show me everything for some reason.
Probably because you're not keeping it open.
Well,
like I've never closed. If my computer's on, Stream Labels is open, whether I'm streaming or not.
It showed me what happened 2 hours ago, but that's not showing what happened like a few minutes ago.
Strange.
And I always had that issue when it comes to Stream Labels.
How does someone have such a supercomputer like you and have these issues, Avidan?
I don't know, and I'm not trying to figure it out right now. But anyway,
you see him, my joint be tripping.
Mystery.
But anyway, I thank you. Maybe someone followed on Mixer. That's probably what it was. Maybe someone followed me on Mixer. Yes, it was. Yo,
Welcome
Crispy
to
Data. Crispy Data 0110. Thank you for following me on Mixer. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
What?
So our YouTube stream is frozen.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing the same thing.
How about now? Are we still frozen? That's bad.
Now it's going.
Was it just because you were off tab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
He has a stream on pause.
Listen, man. We have some of the most crazy things happen. I'm about to play some music, and I'm about to go ahead and get into the chill section of this. So what's going on, guys? So what questions do you guys have for us before we close out for the night? We're gonna get into the small Q&A for the night.
Quickly, did anybody watch the Cyberpunk stuff today?
No.
I
need
saw
to
a
check
little
that out,
bit of it when I was in your stream, but I had to go do some stuff while that was on, so I didn't see too much. It looks pretty good.
I want to play more Astral Chain. That's what I want to do.
Oh, absolutely.
That is a must. I have to play more Astral Chain now.
I want to beat Fire Emblem.
I want to do that too, but I want to play more Astral Chain.
I want to get another
For
dub
sure,
in
for
Apex.
sure.
You want to get it? We gotta play Apex soon, man.
Hey, look, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna run Apex this whole Chillcast. I got 2 dubs so far tonight.
Bruh, you gonna put you on Xbox?
Of course, I'm on Xbox right now.
You wanna play on PC later?
Yeah, we can do it on PC. I mean,
Alright.
I got work tomorrow, so I can't be up too late. But at the same time, you know how work goes on Saturdays for me, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Chris Levi with a $3 donation. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you, man.
Chris Levi.
All right, so I'm looking at a few things. So, yo, what was I say? Sincere. I'm thinking about doing some more mashups down the line, like that Nas joint, that AZ joint I let you listen to a minute ago. I heard it again. I was like, I should get back into mashups. It's been a minute.
If you can find clean acapellas and get that the tempos and all those things together.
That's the scientific.
That was money. That joint that you sent me was right on. That was, but those dudes was rapping their butts off though. Like that was, realism of life and actuality. The baddest and perfect status depends on salary. Like that joint's crazy.
And my mentality is. All right,
that's one of the best verses of all time. So, to me,
it's a classic.
Anyone watch the new Dark Crystal show yet?
Nah, I was gonna check it out.
Nope.
Wait, hold on for a second, Adrian. You'd have to super chat that. I was just about to read it out, man. You had to super chat that, man. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
I was just checking that out, man. I was watching a little review on it earlier.
I haven't seen
So
it.
sit down and watch a episode or so.
Cyberpunk's gonna be dope. Have any of you guys watched Sincere's movie review channel? I have actually.
Actually,
Yes.
I've been
I'm subbed.
Yeah, as well.
slacking on my content because I've been doing more gaming content than movie content. There's been a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, D23 was last week, and they didn't rip my man Spider-Man out the MCU. So many. So much.
I want to hear your
Don't
thoughts.
bring that up.
I want to hear your thoughts on, and maybe I'll wait for your channel. If you have something planned for your channel with this, but I want to hear your thoughts on that new Joker movie, on that last trailer.
Oh, you can talk about that. Me personally, because I had a couple arguments with some of my guys, man, because you know they just totally down on everything DC and Warner Brothers, and I'm like, you got to remember that Warner Brothers created the superhero genre, as far as movies go, and you know, all of their movies aren't terrible outside of the DCEU.
Yeah,
you know, they actually made the best superhero movie of all time, and that's The Dark Knight to me. I know how you feel about that, Avidan, so we're not gonna go there today.
I just said fair enough.
Today, but that Joker trailer and what that movie entails, and the actor Joaquin Phoenix, and
great actor, by the way.
The director fighting for it to be rated R. I think they're looking for something different. You know, I don't think they're looking to sell toys. I don't think they're looking for that huge market appeal. I just think they want to make a good movie based around a character in that universe. It's not going to be attached to anything. There's no sequel at play when they're writing. It looks like a good performance. We're about to watch a very good performance from a character that we're known for.
And that's what I actually got from that trailer myself. I feel like we're getting something more than just an origin story. We're getting a real personification of really who Joker really is before Batman and everything. Like it's like, and it's the reason why
him being him.
And the reason why I can't call it I'm not calling it an origin story because it's not canon. You know.
Nah, it's just a story. It's just
exactly.
A
So
story.
it's just would you consider it like a reimagination then?
I don't think it's a reimagination, but I think the story in different ways has been told before. So I think that I'm gonna let you get to that question. I think that this is more or less how can you say it? A live action version of a lot of ideas that was written, put into one piece of material.
I agree. That I'm interested because Joker is like one of my favorite characters out of the DC universe.
He's the best villain.
I agree. I feel like if you gave him the power and the power and like just the pull Darkseid has, he would be unstoppable.
But that's the thing. The beauty of the character is based in how basic it really is.
Exactly.
He has no powers at all.
Yeah, chaotic. He has no powers, but he caused so much trouble. Like, you couldn't write a better character than that as a foil to Batman, what he stands for.
Yeah. So, oh man, that movie's gonna be. I could tell that movie's gonna be gruesome because it's rated R. I feel like they edited some of the trailer scenes.
I don't think it's gonna be super gruesome. I think it's gonna deal with more realistic.
I think it's gonna be more like what they insinuate.
Yeah.
Right. More realistic themes at play than your normal, typical. Even a Dark Knight.
It's going to be very unsettling, like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the themes of the movie. Is unsettling scenes, like very very disturbing scenes.
The part where he's sitting at the therapist, and he's telling her like, "I'm not okay. Like I'm thinking of crazy stuff all the time." And I was like, "Yes, this is going to get real." He's like, "You're not listening to me." You know, I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying here on IndieWire that it got rated R for strong bloody violence, disturbing behavior, language, and brief sexual images.
Yes. All the stuff a Joker movie needs.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, did you ever read speaking of Joker, Brian Azzarello's Joker was like a standalone graphic novel that just followed like one of the Joker's henchmen, kind of describing the Joker through his eyes.
No, but I heard about that though, and a lot of people told me that story was awesome.
It's worth a read. Like it's absolutely worth checking out.
All right. Let me see. Tony asks question for the. I'm gonna get to your comment too, Josh.
I was about to say, wait a second, you ducking. You are ducking.
I'm going in order.
You stretched that Joker thing out way. You ducking that question.
No, I'm not. We'll go
Yeah,
go
that's
fast.
what's happening here.
We'll go fast. I still remember. I memorized your question. I got you.
Love for everyone but your player too. It's cool. I'm fine.
You're playing for it tonight, okay? I'm playing. Tony said, question for the cast. Are the elitists still mad that Nintendo owns Astral Chain for a system seller exclusive for the Switch? I don't care.
Elitists who?
Like console elitists, like and Tony's not against you. I'm just saying I don't care about the console elites.
But wouldn't that be any exclusive? Like say, okay, when God of War was the hooplas, like, would you say that about Switch owners and you know what I mean? Like that's a weird argument.
About Astral Chain that this right now that they said about Bayonetta 2 on Wii U years ago.
Yeah, no. What he said?
Nintendo spent the money. It's their game.
No, wait. What he's saying is because to Tony's comment, let me answer a little bit more. Yes, the elitists are mad because they're giving this a 0 review score on Metacritic. Like there's users giving it a 0 review score. They review bombing the game basically.
But do you think that's like PlayStation fans doing?
I'm not gonna say it could be
either.
It could probably
like Xbox fans I see today on my timeline were happy because Gears 5 was getting spoken of positively.
I actually wanted to, we could talk about that towards the end because I actually
and PlayStation fans have had their fair share of positive games over the course of the last 3 years.
2-3 years they have.
So I think the people that was review bombing it was
you know what they are. Sincere,
silly. They were crazy.
Sincere, you're gonna laugh at this word. You know what they are? They're weirdos.
They were weirdos. I was gonna get started on that. Man, you know what? And every time I think of something that Rob has said. Man, it's not your interest that makes you weird. It's you.
Whoa. Yeah. Pretty much.
Big facts. But going down to Deadlock 70 X, going to check out Cyberpunk thing in a bit. After seeing it jumping in back in the Astral Chain, I picked up special edition. Nice. I even know it's a special edition of that game.
I don't think it released in America.
I'm about to say, I love that. I would have bought that.
Japan.
Oh man.
When I
got a poster or something, give me the game. It was kind of salty. Ultimate Alliance. I got a little nifty poster. Just ask me the game.
Let me go back. Let me see. All right, there's your playthrough's question. Name 3 video games you'll entertain playing. You said there's Minecraft, so I'll entertain that. I'll entertain Borderlands 2 since it's on there as well. And
wait, you're not seriously telling me that you trashed this system for months and months on end, but you can't name 3 games that I didn't already tell you about, are you?
I was going to get to the 3rd game. I was going to get the Persona 4. Okay.
I also named that game. Name 1 game that's not those 3.
I said I was going to say Persona 4. Okay, hold on. Let me name some games. Okay. Killzone. My bad. I said Killswitch. Killzone.
Yeah, Killzone Liberate, which I still think that's one of the best portable FPSs, honestly.
I'll entertain Killzone because I like shooters.
I gotcha.
And
actually, you have a Vita, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What were some that you would recommend, just out of curiosity? Now I get Avidan not being able to name some, but what's happening with you right now?
Oh, with me?
Your NX frozen, man.
Can you hear my voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Hold on, I'll do this.
Whoa.
Yeah, Persona 4, Final Fantasy X remasters, which Avidan
Well, you can get that on the Switch though.
That's true, actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm not wasting my time.
I'm trying to think of the best experiences he can have to illustrate its true power.
And there are some pretty good fighting games on Vita that I know are there. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Ooh, good point. Discard in the chat said Odin Sphere. That would have been a good one. Or I guess you could say Tearaway. You like platformers, don't you, Avidan?
Well, I said Tearaway.
Sorry.
I like some RPGs.
Well, the Vita's a good machine for you.
You could shoot an RPG my way, and I'll give it some attention.
Deal.
So there you go. Okay. So any other questions for us? Would also say gravity touch, but got sit by the PS4.
Gravity touch.
I don't even know what that is.
Gravity Rush.
Gravity Rush.
Gravity Rush.
I was about to say, man.
That's what I said. I'm like, if that's a game, okay.
Gravity touch.
You said that another game. Discard, we gotta have you on here one week, man. Gotta have you on here one week. But yeah. Right now I'm looking forward to playing Astral Chain after this. Like, I'm gonna play some Apex Robno and probably play some I'm about to say Gravity Rush. I'm gonna play some Astral Chain, and then I gotta get through Fire Emblem. I gotta find a day just to dedicate to Fire Emblem, because it's like you guys know that feeling, like it's like you get through the weekend and the next thing you know, it's like you gotta get back to your regular schedule, and it's like, Josh, I know you talk about this all the time. Being a content creator is like you don't have the time for video games as much.
Right. Like I don't know. Like, I try to leave myself some margin, at least for a little bit. Oh, like once a week just to play, but yeah, generally speaking, it's like you're constantly looking for content creation opportunities, even when you're trying to just play games and enjoy them.
Right.
I don't know. See, I'm kind of different. When I shut it down, I shut it down. Oh, I'm playing this for me. I don't care what anybody wants to.
Right.
This is for me. Like,
I try to have that time.
I get like for instance, Control. I think I might have got 3 videos out of Control, right?
Right.
All of them were from the first hour of the game.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I was like, did you capture footage while you play? Because like I always feel guilty if I play a game and I'm not capturing footage,
I started to towards the end, because I think I want to talk about. I seen some people say that they understand the story. Thought it was pretty simple, so I wanted to explain that in the video, story of the game. But I was gonna wait till people got through. So.
I'll say this. For me, it's been more so not. I have to play the games. Playing the games is like, it's hard because it's content wise. Because I try to make sure I go over as much best as I can in terms of my editing, in terms of like my presentation. So it's like, after I'm done with all of that, I still got a regular job to go to. It's almost like when I got time to finally play the game, it's not the best. But I'm about to start adopting something with my one-player streams. If it's not a multiplayer game, I'm probably not gonna look at the chat as much. I'm just so I can actually get through the game.
I only stream single-player games for that first impression, which is only 1 or 2 hours, and then I'm done with the single-player game as far as streaming it. Multiplayer games, because that's when you get a chance to talk, interact.
Yeah,
something crazy can happen.
Yeah.
Single player games, you're kind of robbing yourself of enjoying it. Like, that's something for you.
And that's why I said I'm not streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake. And if I do,
no, man, enjoy that.
If I said, and here's a big if I do. Here's the caveat. If I do, I'm not talking to the chat. But
see, that's the thing. If you're not going to do that, just keep it to yourself, man. Just enjoy. And then when you have the Chillcast, or you want to give your impressions and talk about it, then do it then. But if you just sitting down on the couch, in the chair, how you are, whatever, you got sometimes to stay in love with gaming. Man, you got a game for yourself. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed Control, sitting here in the dark, like a complete weirdo, and enjoying the heck out of that game, as I will do with Astral Chain when this podcast is over. I'm gonna turn the lights off and just play the game for myself.
Yo, honestly, that's the best way to
slow
play
music.
Nah, no slow music. I'm gonna listen to the game. I ain't gonna put no no
Like,
Bobby
man,
Womack on. I'm not gonna put the Bobby Womack on.
This man was playing Control, listening to Teddy Pendergrass.
My dude, listen to If You Think You Lonely Now. Oh man. But nah, like seriously, I think Sam, we got the same chair, so I can just recline this chair back and just chill out.
And just relax, man. I think that once we get so caught up into making content and assuming that, you know, our viewers want to watch everything, I don't think that's the case. You know, once you get a chance to talk to them like we are now and getting people's impressions, that's you know the interactive part of us playing a game. Now, of course, like I said, you can stream it, you can capture some stuff, but I don't think every game desires that. I don't think that's necessary.
It really doesn't. But
game and video. You don't need to make every game into a video.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But with that though, I am going to say, I'm looking at the chat. I feel like everyone's chilling. You know what? It's 11:36. Let's call it a night here, so we can go ahead, get back to playing some video games and everything. Before we do that though, who's streaming right now?
Game Looters.
Game Looters is streaming?
Yep. He's streaming Astral Chain.
Bet. That's who we're gonna raid. So you got their link, or you want me to get it? I got their link.
I can get their link. I'm right here.
I'm on their site now. I'm on their page now.
Yeah.
Even Astral Chain.
Yo, can we talk about Dom's thumbnails though? Dom's thumbnails are on point.
He's good at it. Can't deny it.
Dom got some really good thumbnails, man.
Okay, yeah, I got his link.
All right, cool. So thank you guys for coming out. We're going to go ahead and get everybody on here to do their outros. Really appreciate you guys coming through as always. Josh, your player 2, dipped out on us. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry you just got here, man. But we got to go. I love you, brother. But we got to go. We got to dip. Okay,
he's back. He's back.
Are you back?
Josh, what is wrong with your internet?
All right, in that case, NX, you kick it off, man.
Yeah, NX Revolution on Twitter, on YouTube. Find me there.
All right, cool. Mr. Regal.
Yeah. So, my bad. I'm in the middle of a gunfight. Anyway, it's your man, Rob Regal. Gaming and culture is always rubber for both. Y'all know how we do, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and catch me live on Mixer. That's the main place you can catch me at, man. Mixer.com/Rob Regal. We're at the push for 500 followers. Right now, we're at 451. I play games like RPGs, decision-based games like, Detroit Become Human, retro games. We do all that there. You can also go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube here to catch highlight reels, catch opinion videos, reactions, all types of stuff like that. And yeah, man, y'all be easy, not sleazy. Make sure you underlay what I'm overlaying on the underlay. Chill Squad. You know what I'm saying? TMC Gaming. We out here. Doomland, though. I'm out this thing.
I'm about to say you got a little off rhythm there, but you got it back on cue.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting shot. I was trying to stay focused while getting shot.
Yo, and
it was like, I'm doing my outro, and I just got shot in the head by a longbow.
What are you playing?
Apex Legends. Sincere.
Apex. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh man,
shut up.
As always, it's a pleasure talking to you guys, man. Thank you, Avidan, for the invite.
As always.
Follow me right here on Twitter, Gold Chain Gamers.
His link is in the description, guys.
Twitter, Sincere_GCG, Instagram, Facebook, Gold Chain Gamers. In the meantime, between time, y'all stay cool. Y'all stay cool. Remember, it's more than a game, it's a lifestyle.
And everyone got their outros, man. And you're a player too.
Yes. Sorry, I'm so thrown off right now because I have no video. But anyways, yes, I'm your player too, and my channel is all about basically creating informational or encouraging or inspiring content for people who run gaming channels themselves. And one of the ways that I'm doing this is right now doing an experiment through Halloween, where every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, I am basically doing live streaming content specifically about that. And usually it's very much front loaded with 20 minutes of tips or strategy or production quality content for about the first 20 or 30 minutes or so. Then the last 20 or 30 minutes is basically just group discussion, Q&A, hanging out, just having a good time before I have to go to work at my day job. So if that sounds like something that will be appealing to you, head over to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, it'll be good to see you there.
Cool. And this is your boy Avidan. Thank you guys for coming out to another episode of the Chillcast, where we are making the best chilled experience for you guys. As you guys know, this channel is more so a live streaming based channel, so we're gonna have more multiplayer streams throughout the week. I'm still figuring out some stuff there. If you follow me on Discord, if you're part of the private Discord, you know more of the inside what's going on. And moving forward, we're going to just have fun on this channel. We've made it to 1,600 subscribers today, so thank you guys for all the support. Never thought I would actually hit that at one point. I know I wanted 100,000, but when I was in the hundreds for a while, I was like, yo, when I even hit 2,000, so hitting 1,600 is definitely a blessing. I appreciate you guys. And before we get out this thing, Alex, you got that link?
Yeah, I posted it.
All right, cool. So, with that said, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy any of the Chillcast videos, make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avidan, your player 2, NX Revolution, Rodrigo, Sincere from Gold Chain Gamers, and we are out. Peace!